The storm didn't begin in the clouds, it began in a theft. Picture early Slavic Europe at dusk. A village of timber and thatch, smoke curling from hearths, wheat fields whispering like a prayer. The sky hangs low and bruised, heavy with the kind of silence that makes dogs whine and elders glance toward the horizon, because somewhere beyond the last fence post something ancient has moved. They said Perun lives above, on the highest peak, in the crown of the world tree, where air is thin and truth is sharp. He is thunder in human shape, a god with an axe that splits darkness like wood, a guardian of law, oaths, and the fragile order that keeps people alive through winter. And they said Veles lives below, down where roots knot and rivers disappear, where the underworld breathes damp and slow. Veles is shadow and trickery, the god of cattle and wealth, of poetry and mischief, of the soft chaos that slips through cracks. He doesn't knock, he seeps. One evening, the cows grow restless, the grain stores feel lighter. A shepherd swears he saw a black shape moving through the fog, low to the ground, eyes like wet stones. Then the whispers reach the village like a cold hand. Veles has climbed from the underworld and stolen what belongs to the sky, Perun's sacred herd, his riches, sometimes even his son, depending on who tells it by firelight. And Perun hears. The first thunderclap is not weather, it's a verdict. Above the forests, clouds stack like fortresses. Wind tears through branches and the world holds its breath as if it knows a war is about to be fought across its skin. Perun raises his weapon, axe, hammer, arrow of lightning, bright enough to make the mountains flinch. He doesn't rage like a man, he strikes like a law of nature. But Veles is not where you expect him. He hides in the crooked places, beneath stones, inside tree trunks, in the bodies of serpents and bears, in the very fog that makes the path uncertain. Every time Perun throws lightning, Veles slips, turning the landscape into a maze of disguises. The sky booms, the earth shudders, rivers jump their banks like they're trying to run. Then, at the peak of the storm, Perun lands a hit. Lightning splits an old oak, fire races up the bark, and from the smoke and shattered wood, Veles spills out, unmasked for a heartbeat, dark, gleaming, furious. The rain begins, sudden and heavy, as if the world itself is exhaling. The stolen riches pour back into the open, cattle return, grain reappears, the balance restored. But here's the truth the elders never forget to say. Veles is never destroyed. He only falls back, down to the roots, down to the waiting dark, where he will gather himself again. And Perun, victorious, does not celebrate. He stands watch. Because order is not a one-time miracle, it's a battle you keep choosing, and every storm you hear after that, every thunder roll over the fields, might be the sky reminding the earth chaos always returns, and so must courage. If you enjoyed this mythic battle, hit like, share this story, subscribe for more legends, and tell me in the comments, are you Team Perun or Team Veles?